Welcome everybody to the monthly market stats for St. Johns County. We are looking at single family homes and we are looking at last month, April of 2023. Little bit of review when we look at this column here. This is the difference from the year prior, so April of 22 to last month, April 23. And this is the 1 month difference from March 23 through to April 23. And so for example, and starting with the median sales price in St. Johns County last month was $555,000, and that is down about 2% from the previous year, and that's down 0.5% month over month. Looking at how many closed sales there were here in St. John's, there were 426 homes that closed, and that's down 21% from the year prior. Now, it was still a bit of a feeding frenzy here a year ago, looking at May of 22. But really, a few months away from the wheels didn't exactly fall off, but I'd say around July 25th last year, we saw a big decline, and we saw some days on market shoot up, and prices go down, and we see a little bit of this right here as we look at the line graph there. And then, of course, we see days on market, things taking a little bit longer to sell. So 38 days for a house to sell here in St. Johns County last month, and that's up 216% from the year prior, which makes sense. And is actually up 5.5% from the previous month. Looking at the list price received. So what this means is that people are getting about 98 almost percent of what they're asking for. And that is when the house actually sells. So that doesn't necessarily mean the original list price, but when the house actually got a contract on it, what is the percentage of the list price? And so what we don't see in this is a house could have listed at $500,000 and then they dropped the price to $480,000. Then it got a slightly lower contract. It's going to show the difference between the 480 and what the purchase price is, but it doesn't show the difference from the original list price. So I kind of like this. It gives us a better idea of like when you list it, what kind of discounts are needing to happen to make that to get the deal done. All right. So let's look down here at what percentage of homes closed over list. And it's kind of a little indicator that there was some multiple offers going on. Not necessarily, but that's the most likely reason that something would go over list price. And so 78%, 79% decline in homes that went over list price from a year ago, and just down 2.5% from last month. Let's skip down here. We look at the price per foot. The sold price per foot was $246 here in St. John's, and that's down not as much as you think, right? A lot of people think we've had this big housing crash and prices have gone way down, but just looking at price per foot, we're down 1.6% from last year, even when this big feeding frenzy was going on at the time. And from month over month, we're down 0.4%. New pending. So this is, a house lists, then it has a contract on it. It goes pending. This is how many new contracts, new deals we have going on. And so we're actually up. We're seeing slightly more deals than we were in last April. And it's down a little bit from March of 2023. There were 500 new deals. And then looking at new listings, so new homes coming onto the market, there was 751 new houses came on last month, and that's up pretty high, 10% from the last year. But again, we had low inventory, a lot of buyer activity, and so that's what we're seeing right there. And there were not as many homes coming onto the market compared to in March. So fewer people listed their homes in April than in March. Then, as far as active inventory, how many homes were actually available for sale last month? And there was 1,346, and that is up 166% from the year prior, and up 8.5% from March of 2023. So looking here at months of inventory, 3.2. Now a lower number, as the number goes down, that indicates more of a seller's market. As the number goes up, that indicates more of a buyer's market. We generally say that a market is balanced around 5 or 6 months of inventory, and then anything like 4, 3, 2, 1 is a stronger and stronger seller's market, and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 would be a stronger buyer's market. And so you see, we're still, even though inventory months of supply is way up, we are still in a pretty solid seller's market. So if you're pricing correctly, you should be getting a contract. We see here, even looking at days on market, you should be getting a contract relatively quickly, and shouldn't be at too much of a discount. But yeah, it's not the free for all that it was a couple years ago, where everyone was bidding over top of each other. We see, up here where it was like 45% of homes sold um, over asking, and people were getting 101 plus percent. As you go back, this was actually a little bit higher, 101%. We're not seeing that as much, but it's still, there's buyers out there for your home. So St. Johns County, you're looking to list your house, it's still a really good time.